It's time to make the starting five for the Boston Celtics. At guard, 6'4", number 9, Derek White. At the point, standing 6'5", number 4, the man in the middle, standing 7'2", number 8, Kristaps Porzingis. At small forward, at 6'6", number 7, the head coach of your home team. Let's hear it for the Boston Celtics.
Thanks everyone for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. We'll watch the Boston Celtics in this one as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hi everyone, here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards at the 2 with McDaniels at the 3. They have their 2 big men out there, Towns and Gobert, working inside. And it's Conley in at the 1. And for the Celtics, White and Brown with the 2 and the 3. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. We'll be keeping an eye on the front courts in this one. Both teams very skilled at the 4 and the 5 front.
And you know what? It's a nice contrast in this age of small ball and positionless basketball. It's good to see the front court players thriving and making it happen.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Boston on offense. Tatum looking it over. Brown passes to White. Tatum against Towns. And play stops. So whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Edwards. And he comes up with a bucket.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
Well, Clark, we know Anthony Edwards is a great hooper. But how would you rate his acting ability?
Hey, I thought he was quite good. To be honest with you, B.A., in that Hoops movie, he was playing the bad guy, the villain role, and has a huge personality. We saw that on the big screen. Perhaps a second career for him when he's done terrorizing the NBA.
White can't hit. And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 3-point game. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
Here's Holiday, following the score by Minnesota. White, the pass to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Back to White. Tatum from long range. Sinks it from distance.
You got to D-up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Left side, Edwards. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Conley against Holiday. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Boy, Holiday's a strong guard, does not mind mixing it up at all. He can play physical if he needs to.
Pass to Gobert. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. White on the wing, guarded by Edwards, and they take the lead.
Outstanding concentration that time by White on the take. Played through the contact and scored.
For three, Conley. Oh my, came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
When you discuss the Minnesota Timberwolves, what would you say about their front office, Grant?
Well, B.A., they want to be as competitive as possible. Whether it's who they are drafting, trading for, or signing in free agency, this team's goal is to be taken seriously out west.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Conley against Holiday. Outside Tatum. The three is up. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Tatum's got 6.
I tell you what, he clearly is one of the best players in the league. He does not get the same kind of gas that other guys do. But there's no better all-around guard in the NBA than Drew Holiday.
Now here's Towns. He had 28 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Towns against Tatum. Outside Holiday. Outside Porzingis. Tatum way outside. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Last time they met in Minneapolis.
And last time out, they seized the advantage with their defensive pressure. They did a great job of just forcing a lot of turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
4 on the clock. Here's Gobert. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Gobert maintaining balance through contact. Remarkable concentration.
Holiday against Conley. Outside Tatum. Over Towns. Tatum with another miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Edwards. And Porzingis with the block.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. It allows him to block a lot of shots. And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Gobert. Buries it down low. Gobert's got his second bucket on the night.
Nice balance from Gobert. Not allowing the defense to overwhelm him.
Outside White. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Conley. The kick out to White. Right side Porzingis. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it. All right, let's take a look at the highest scoring teams over the past month in the NBA. The Celtics in second.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately. Running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
And Minnesota calls time here. Well, Grant, going into these back-to-back games, do you think coaches are more conscious of the disbursement of minutes in the first game?
You know, they have an idea of the total number of minutes they want their superstar in over the two-day period. But it really comes down to how this first game goes.
A big group substitution here for Boston. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Milton subbed in for Mike Conley. Now here's Brown. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Horford. Fades. That one a little long. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Anderson inside. Brown's there. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Down low. Got a piece of it. And he's able to get it back. Horford passes to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Jacks up a 3. Can't hit hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Here's Milton, averaging around 5 points a game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Wide open. That one doesn't drop.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
1:52 left in the first. Here's Hauser. McDaniels covering. McDaniels with some nice D.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Well, he may not be a flashy player, but Kyle Anderson is a winner, Clark.
He really is. I mean, he's selfless, understands how to play. You hear that said a lot. It's about IQ, it's about feel, understanding, gets it done at both ends of the floor, and I love the fact that he's a tremendous playmaker at 6'9".
Here's Pritchard, following the score by Minnesota. Over to the left wing. Hauser connects from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 1.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Anderson. 11 points for him last game against Orlando. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Brown. Takes the 3. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Here's Pritchard. No made baskets yet. Here's Brown. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
He's gotten so good with that pump fake. Brown, just a pro at drawing defenders up in the air.
That one misses. And the second free throw is good. The Timberwolves trail. Right side Milton. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Reed passes to Milton. Back to Reed. With 2 seconds left. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Boston Celtics. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this.
14.
Game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Horford at the 4 with Porzingis at the 5. Drew Holiday out there with Derek White. And it's Tatum in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now here's Edwards. It's blocked.
White doing an excellent job coming up with the block there.
And rejected. And it's turned out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll have some free throws coming up here. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And today's team's all looking to space the floor with shooters, Clark. Thinking back, do you ever wonder why it took so long to catch on?
I haven't thought about it in that context, BA, but I think part of it is you've got to have a lot of shooters to take advantage of it first and foremost. And now, again, with the likes of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Damian Lillard and so many other outstanding perimeter shooters, more and more of those guys are coming into the league and following their example.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns is a threat from everywhere on the court. He said, quote, if I need to shoot, I can shoot. If I need to post up, be a bruiser, I can be a bruiser. I'm not a specialist in anything. What I can do is be a very versatile player and try to do every single thing really well. Brian?
Yeah, that's the punch from Gobert.
Great lob and an even better finish by Gobert.
And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Tatum, shot is good.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Timeout called the Timberwolves. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Holiday against Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Elbow shot on the way. It's hauled in by White.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And for the Celtics, Grant, when it comes to something like rebounding, it's a total team effort.
Well, it's part of their personnel strategy, BA. Get wings and guards that have length and toughness, which allows them to control the glass and switch just about everything defensively.
Anderson against Tatum. And Porzingis with the block. Holiday taking his time here. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And Porzingis with the block. Right on the wing. He's guarded by Conley. And Gobert with a block.
He's led the league in blocks before. No surprise Gobert sent that shot back.
Jump ball.
Minnesota with the ball. For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. And here's Anderson. Still no points. Pass to Towns. To the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Conley. The kick out to Edwards. Here's the 3. They get it again. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. White finds Holiday. Over Conley. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Timberwolves shooting poorly at only 28%. Edwards with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Pass to Anderson. To the left wing for 3. Conley knocks it down from distance. Conley's got 8.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Ooh, I love it.
Leans from outside. Oh, tough make. That is why Tatum is elite.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Gobert up top. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Grant, some think of Gobert as just a defensive specialist. But he's proven to be more than that.
Yeah, BA, I like how Rudy uses his height to his advantage inside. Focuses on taking high percentage shots that come to him naturally.
That free throw, no good. Well, Clark, no question which end of the floor Rudy Gobert makes his biggest impact.
Yeah, he's a demoralizing defender. I mean, his height and reach give him some significant advantages, but it's more than that. You don't win multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards just because you're tall and long. You got to have some toughness, you got to have some anticipation and timing, and the willingness to get down and dirty. Man, I love watching Tatum break down the defensive pick and roll exploits in any passing lane that's available to him.
Minnesota calls time here.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Hauser, he's checked in for White. Reed's checked in for Minnesota. Milton comes in for Mike Conley. Left side, Milton. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Let's see some of the numbers here for Derek White.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Pass to Brown. Back to Pritchard for three. He buries it from three. And now a 10-point Boston lead.
The playmaking of Brown continuing to evolve. Nice dime there.
Here's Alexander Walker, still without a bucket. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Celtics have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. Outside, Brown. Offensive board, Cornette. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Reed. That's his first personal.
When talking about the Celtics, you'd have to say they have a unique 1-2 punch, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, B.A. To have Tatum on one wing and Brown on the other, that's a potent combination. And what a luxury for Boston. They complement each other so well.
Towns for three, sends it home from three-point land. Towns has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Boston's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Outside, Brown. JB off the bounce. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Alexander Walker. Brown with the block.
And that's all about anticipation. Jaylen Brown, high IQ defensively.
Hauser can't get it to go.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Milton surveys the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 13, Boston with a rebound. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Third team foul.
That one's off.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And he nails the third. And here's Milton. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 14. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3.
And what's surprising, during the second quarter, he hasn't really looked like himself.
Pass to Hauser. Tatum with it. Here's Hauser. Second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. Hauser's got 4 points this quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's the Celtics up by 16. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much, Al. As you anchor that front court, what were you guys looking to accomplish in the first half?
I mean, we're just trying to play with pace. Trying to dominate on the defensive end, get rebounds, make it tough.
Pace is key. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. He's been a different player than he was in their last outing when he was off his game. He's rounded back into form tonight. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
They're getting abused in the paint defensively. They're running simple zone. Can't match up physically, you're toast. That's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shut up.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. McDaniels and Towns in at the forward slots. Conley at the guard with Edwards next to him. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. Holiday against Conley. Here's Towns. Another shot. With 1 on the clock. Rebound Boston. Cornette's got 4 rebounds now. Boston has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. And Clarkman, Karl Anthony Towns is on the floor. He's one of the best big men in the NBA.
Well, you said it, the key words there, on the floor. I'm sure Cat is frustrated by the injuries he's had over the years, and he's doing everything in his power to stay as healthy as possible.
Brown gets the bucket.
Gorgeous looking jumper from Brown. The more attempts he gets from there, the better his jump shot becomes.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Holiday. And the basket is good. Holiday's got his second bucket on the night.
Boy, good reaction in transition from Holiday that time. Sees the fast break forming and is right there to finish it off.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
After their big trade with Rudy Gobert, it's taken a while for the Wolves to gel. Gobert said, quote, "It just comes with the time and trust. Basketball is never perfect, but we can punish all kinds of defenses by making the right play and finding the open man. With that mindset, we are going to keep getting better. I'm confident in our abilities." Brian?
Well, that's the way you have to look at it, Allie. Thank you.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Edwards against White. Gobert inside. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And the Celtics making a change here. Horford's checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Anderson's checked in for Towns.
You know, he gets there so often. Gobert would like to make these at a higher clip.
Outside, Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to McDaniels. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. McDaniel's got his second basket, and it looks like we've got an injury on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Conley against Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Brown looking around. Over McDaniels. And the basket by Brown. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
Brown has a nice shot repertoire. Clearly, the mid-range doesn't give him much trouble.
Anderson against Tatum. Anderson gets the bucket. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Brown. Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Boy, such good instincts and agility. Makes Holiday really dangerous on the offensive glass. That time he fought to keep the play alive and got the bucket.
Conley passes to Anderson. Outside McDaniels. From outside the arc. The rebound, Celtics. Horford's got 4 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Conley. He can't hit that time. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday. To the paint. Here's Horford. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Outside, Anderson. Pass to Conley. And here's McDaniels. Now here's Gobert. 14 points for him. Just 3 to shoot. Kept alive.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
For Minnesota, they've gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. And the Timberwolves call time here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Some changes for Boston. Hauser comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. To the inside. Some solid defense from Holiday.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Up top, Tatum. Anderson covers. Tatum, good.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
Milton finds Reed. The fadeaway. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Edwards against Holiday. Pass to Horford. Three-pointer. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Milton passes to Reed. Outside Edwards. Drops in the 3. Edwards has got 6.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Holiday against Edwards. And stolen by Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker. Can't hit from in close. Boston has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Holiday against Edwards. Holiday passes to Tatum. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Cornette's checked in for Boston. Minnesota shooting 40% since the break. Pass to Reed. 1:02 left in the third.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Cornette passes to Pritchard. Back to Cornette. From 8 feet away. No good off the glass. The Timberwolves shooting just 31% in today's game. Not great. Milton passes to Anderson. And there's the call on Al Horford. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Here's Alexander Walker, pounded by Tatum. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Edwards. First personal foul. First team foul.
That's good from Holiday.
You know, in the case of Drew Holiday, having two brothers in the league, I think probably has added motivation for him to excel.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Edwards looking for an opening. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Drew Holiday.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive in scoring the ball, they go to another level.
He throw good, Edwards. That one misses. And so it's Boston ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. White and Brown with the 2 and the 3. Jason Tatum out there with Luke Cornette. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Brown inside. McDaniels covering. White can't hit.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
McDaniels can't hit.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Here's Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Lets it go from deep.
Boston foul. Luke Cornette. First personal
Al
foul.
Horford's checked in for Cornette.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics. Al Horford.
Timberwolves shooting a rough 29% from the field here. Now Conley. Pass to Towns. Beyond the arc. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist.
For 3.
Conley's got 4 assists in the game. White against Edwards. We've played just over a minute here in the fourth. And Gobert with a block. McDaniels against Horford. McDaniels, that's good.
Like the determination. McDaniels not backing down.
Outside White. Brown against McDaniels. Outside Brown. 5 on the clock. Here's Pritchard. Boston, no good that time either.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Pass to Towns. From down in the low post, it goes.
Taking the contact and scoring. Towns not to be denied of the bucket there.
And the Celtics call time here. And the NBA's TV deal expires after next season. What are you hearing about where things are headed, Grant?
Well, BA, the league seems focused on greater access for the fans, especially the cord cutters. So with more games on broadcast TV and possibly a streaming package as well.
The Celtics making a switch here. Holiday is checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Despite the lead, Coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. BA?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Tatum passes to White. No good! Had a chance to end the run there.
And just unable to get anything going tonight. I mean, his teammates have really bailed him out.
And the toughness McDaniels plays with is impressive. He doesn't back down from any defender inside.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Celtics?
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Here's Holiday. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Edwards. Kicks it out Towns. Out left to the wing. Outside Edwards. Fires the three. Yes. Great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got his 6th assist of the night.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Holiday against Conley. Boston, no good that time either. And here's Minnesota now. A nice run going, 12 in a row. Towns passes to Edwards. Here's Conley, kicks it out Towns from deep. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Here's Brown, and he can't bank that one in.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
McDaniels passes to Conley. It doesn't go for him. Brown with some nice D. Towns against Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Conley looking for an opening. From downtown. The rebound, Celtics. Holiday's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Conley with the ball. Pass to Towns. Inside. Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Gobert calling for the ball in moments like these. Big-time games under his belt.
White, the pass to Brown. Hey, Jaylen Brown spikes it through.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
A moment here for an injury report. Let's check in with Allie LaFour. She has an update on Kristaps Porzingis. What do you have, Allie?
Thanks. I got some news from Boston's head athletic trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. And for a team with definite title hopes, it will now be a case of next man up until he can return.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Graham, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Right side Tatum, over McDaniels. Here's Brown. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Brissett's checked in for Boston. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Anderson's checked in.
First team foul. At the line, Jaylen Brown.
Free throw good. Brown.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
Edwards against White. 6 to shoot. Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards has got 11 points here in the second half.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Brown against McDaniels. Brown passes to Brissett. Outside, Brown. Outside White. Up again. It's good on the putback. Brissett's got his first points of the night.
And this just goes to show how much of a difference focus makes. Good win here for the Celtics.
Their shot blocking was a huge advantage in this game.
Yeah, I love the excellent defense in the paint. It led to a lot of key stops.
And they increased their win total to 29.
And I'm sure they're happy to get even for what happened the last time these teams met.
You know, as interconference opponents, tonight was their only chance to get that revenge. I mean, they won't see each other in the regular season again until next season.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Drew Holiday.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
And over the years, one thing we've seen from Drew Holiday, he is clutch.
He sure is, BA, and not just at the end of games. I mean, he typically does whatever his team needs him to do to get a win. He can dominate from tip to the end of the game, or he can simply beat you with his competitive spirit. It didn't take long for White to distinguish himself in the league. He's a really good ball handler, and he's got some good moves, too.
Pass to Pritchard. Drives to the hoop. Soft touch off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaFour, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.